Son, I said, Rizza showed up. I said, he must have.
I just felt the need. I said, let me tap into my brother Godfrey's.
Let me swoop in.
See what he's doing.
What's going on, man?
My brother. Oh man, it's been a minute since we've had one of these late night talks.
Man, I know. I didn't even mean to. Like I was like, I'm gonna be on here. I got on here late. I was just doing my I did my podcast. I came back and said I'm gonna do about an hour and change, real quick. And then she got on and we were talking about the white dating a white dude at a black university. And then we went into all kind of shit. Then she finally said, well, when Obama won, he was like, don't you ever speak to me again.
Oh, interesting. That's that nature, brother, that you were just discussing.
Yeah. And, I was saying that most of the time when white folks date us, it's usually an agenda. A lot of times, it's usually an agenda. And when we do it, sometimes it's a fucking insecure agenda. A lot of times.
That's a fact. That's a fact. It is the yearning for the white man's ice because it's colder. It's the yearning for the white woman because we couldn't have her. It's the yearning for anything that's opposite. Just,
right.
Let me go try something else. But I noticed when you brought that up about the dating thing, just know, everyone who's watching, there's a reason why I go very hard when it comes to loving the black woman. It's not just something as cliche as skin or even culture, although we don't need to even go further than that. We can just leave it at that. But it's much deeper because we literally could not love one another, period. We couldn't love each other. It actually was forbidden. It was illegal. It was damn near looked at as blasphemy. It was against the white God that we were taught about. It was, you get tarred and feathered, and we would get our body parts ripped off and cut off and sold just by looking at the black woman too long. You see how we stare at somebody today? Somebody might want to fight you for staring at them. All right, just for doing that. But back on the plantation, for staring at the black woman who we loved or our child would get us or them killed. Just by looking at them. We don't even understand what happened to us. Most people have never read the book it's called Not Without Sanctuary. Most have never read that book, where it goes over a pictorial description of exactly what happened to us. Most people have never watched the original version of Roots with LeVar Burton.
Right.
Most have never seen that, bro. Most people have never understood thoroughly exactly what happened to us. So when we're walking around here and we're involved in interracial relationships, they exist. You know what happens? We don't hate nobody. It's this is the world we live in.
Right.
However, before people enter into that, I always ask them to please verify. Go back into your childhood. Make sure it was not a product of programming. Make sure it wasn't because you had some traumatic experiences with black women. Make sure it wasn't because you were trying to seek love and the only love you had was from your foster mother who may have been white. Make sure it wasn't because the only thing that you saw on television was white woman this, white woman that, and she was always the beautiful one. She was always the princess. She was always the fairy, the pixie, the thing that made you feel happy and joyful in your subconscious mind. That triggered the endorphins and the chemical responses in the brain that made you feel euphoria and joy when you saw the white woman. But every time it was a black woman, it was a horror film. It was a gangster film. She was loud and shooting people, stabbing people. All of this is programming. Then you have to go to, again, the real life experiences and all of these different things. So make sure it's none of that before you turn around and say it's love. Just make sure you look at everything else long before you try to use that L word. And then you also have to look at the lust part, and then you have to look at the abnormal sex part due to the programming of pornography. A lot of us when we was younger, we watched a lot of, I know I watched a lot of pornography when I was younger. I was introduced to pornography at probably the age of 6 by my older brothers, so that's another cultural thing. And so if we were watching that as we were growing up, and white girls always did the nastiest stuff. That's how they were culturally indoctrinated and trained. All the way from Europe, they would do the nastiest things. And so that's something that the black man would want because it was a gratification type of momentum that went towards domination. We would be the dominant, they would be the submissive, and it felt gratifying. All of this, we got to really long before we go into what we call love and say, I love this person, please make sure you check off all the boxes dealing with your psychology, dealing with your physiology, dealing with your biochemistry. Make sure you're not programmed or indoctrinated long before you ever say anything about love. And then you can finally step into that area and say, yes, maybe this is what it is because she was with me, this white woman, she was there, you know, for me, good friend of mine or whatever. It exists. It does exist.
No,
but
yeah. Some people,
a lot of times it's something deeper than that. Yeah.
Sometimes people go, you know, I didn't mean it to happen like that. We just met, and we were just flowing.
Come on, bro, teach the truth, man.
I said, so there were no black girls that flowed with you, huh? There were no.
Come on, man.
Nobody. There was no. And you know, Ali said it best. He was doing this interview because I watch a lot of Ali shit from the past. And Ali,
yes,
he used to spit that shit. They were like, and there was a British guy that used to love to interview Ali. He goes, so, Mr. Ali, you seem to be disappointed very disappointed in some of your black celebrities in America. And Ali's like, yeah, I'm just disappointed, man. I'm disappointed.
There you go.
You know, Sidney Poitier, James L. Jones, a lot of these black star celebrities got white women, man. I'm real disappointed, man. They're good actors and everything, man. I just don't like it, man. I just don't like it. It ain't right. You know, you're a black man.
Ain't right.
You need to be with a black woman.
Right.
You need to be with a black woman. You need to have a black wife, man. Have a black family, man. You know, I'm just saying. It's like, why black people got so many complexions, you don't even have to leave your race. You can get a black woman that damn near looks white.
Come on. That's what he said. He did say that, brother.
I mean, Ali was on point. It's like, get a light skinned girl. She's black.
Albino, if you want that. No, really. If you want, there are no excuses, brother. That's why, I mean, when I was, it was a number of interviews that I did where they were talking about interracial marriage and, well, Rizza, if love is love, why? And I said, the only time it's even questioned is when it's black with white. That's the only time it's questioned. When it's black, understands me. No one can understand me deeper than the black woman can. As a matter of fact, in particularly, it's been months, bro. Instagram don't like me. They just deleted my YouTube yesterday. They deleted my Facebook at 120,000 followers about 2.5 weeks ago. They banned me from TikTok. They banned me. It's that time, brother. They are doing the final push of propaganda, so they have to get rid of anyone who's going to warn the people as to what it is that they're doing. Strategically, they put me in a bunch. There's a group to the whole experimental shots circumstance. The V word that I don't want to say because I don't want you. There is a circumstance dealing with that where they have put a list of the top most influential people who are spreading information that is number 2 on that list of 12 most influential people. The number 1 is Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Oh, yeah, he's going in.
Who was an ally of mine. He's actually the one who brought the information to me 6 years ago about what these shots are doing to the black community. And I brought it to Minister Farrakhan. Minister Farrakhan brought it to the world at the 28th year anniversary of the Million Man March. That's when black people really started to learn about it on a massive scale.
Damn.
So they can't stand your brother, man.
You can't even, so you can't be on Clubhouse, but this is what have you ever listened to any of Clubhouse? Have you listened to the conversations?
Mm-hmm.
And they'd be like this. Yeah, they'd be like this. Yo, one mic. Yo, man, listen. We need to change the narrative, dog. We need to change the narrative because y'all niggas say, yo, hold on. Okay, do you like hitting it from the back or you like hitting the ass? You like fuck?
Man, the groups on there, bro. I be like, yo,
be like this.
You can have the moaning room. You can have all kinds of stuff, but you can't speak the truth about what's going on. I said okay, wait. Here's the funny part. Oh yeah, Shaka said he's been blocked on Instagram for 6 months. Then his Instagram got deleted. Then they brought it back. Then he was kicked out of Clubhouse too. Oh yeah, they know what time it is. But I'll tell you this. This is how I got verified when it comes to Clubhouse. I verified exactly what happened. Waka Flocka, all right, after they kicked me out for the 4th time, all right, it took 6 times for me to say I'm not coming back on this damn thing. I know, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, don't go where you're not wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not about to try to butt into some white group and let me in. I don't need to F your damn group. We're just going to establish our own. So by the fourth time, our brother Game, the rapper, called me Saturday morning. I was asleep. He called me. He said, bro, he said, I got about 1,500 people in this room on Clubhouse with at least 30 medical professionals. He said about 4 scientists, some doctors, lawyers, etc. He said, I'm telling you, you are the only person who represents our community, the black community, who was qualified to question them and tussle with them. Can you please find a way to get back on Clubhouse? I got up. I had to call some of the brothers to get, a number app and all that. You have to have a different number. Sign in. I had to put up the Huey cartoon afro as the icon from Boondocks. And that's how I got in, right? And I got in there and I just started just destroying these lies that these bastards were telling to the people. Yeah. I'm like, why? I mean, so I get kicked out again within 30 minutes. Cause I'm like, damn, so they have my voice recognized now. That's fine. Oh, that's fine. Shit. Yeah, they have my voice recognized. Last time I got back in, one of the brothers said, okay, bro, you can use mine. All right, you use my number, use my app, get in that way. I got in through him. This is the 6th and last time I got in. I'm tussling with them again. I remember all of the doctors' faces and names. Cause I said, you bastards, I'm gonna make sure I deal with you later on. So I'm tussling with them, questioning them, destroying all these narratives, these lies, hitting them with laws, hitting them with, Congress laws, hitting them with chemical, composition, all the stuff. Just like you're lying. Within about 45 minutes, boom, they deleted his channel from Clubhouse, his login, his whole thing. I was like, okay. And I called him. I said, bro, my apologies. I told you they don't want me on here. Waka Flocka called me 30 minutes later. He FaceTimed me, actually, because now I have 2 phones. I have an iPhone now. So he FaceTimed me. He said, bro, did they kick you off of Clubhouse? I said, yes, sir. He said, no, hold on. He said, I'm about to call one of the main tech people who was a good friend of mine. White Jewish dude, Jeremy Green or something like that. Okay. So he calls him while he's FaceTiming me over here, but the dude don't know that I'm on FaceTime with Walker. So Walker said, hey, Jeremy, he said, hey, buddy, how you doing, man? How you doing? He said, hey, real quick, I had a quick question, man. He said, did y'all take Rizza Islam off of Clubhouse? Yeah, hey, guy, look, hey, we're buds, man. We grew up together. You already know. All right, we're friends. This is what he starts explaining now. He starts explaining. He said, hey, we're buddies, man. We're buddies. Listen, that guy was creating racist rooms talking about white people. All right, Walker. That's why we had to get him off. All right, the guy was just creating these racist rooms. And bro, I've never created a room on Clubhouse ever. Okay. 2, we never created a room talking about white people. We were talking about the system of white supremacy and how it's using these shots to come after black people and everybody else, right, and how we can utilize solutions to help our people get through health crisis, change the diets, etc. So Walker cut him off and said, hey, hold on. First of all, he said, bro, I was in the room with Rizza. He said, and he wasn't talking about no racist, nothing about white people. So try that again. He said, I'm gonna ask you again. Did y'all take him off? So then he said, okay, look, man, listen. He cannot be on this platform. He's on a list of people that we cannot have on here. So Walker said, bro, all the years I've known you, he said, remember, you came from a trailer park, dude. He said, remember, you was considered white trash to your own people. And this is how you treat people? He said, okay, I don't know what the hell y'all doing. He said, but you sound like a regular white dude. He said, I've known you for all these years. You sound like a regular white dude now. What the hell is this about? So then he was like, listen, Walker, okay, look, let me explain to you. And then he hung up on him. He just hung up on the dude. He said, I'm tired of talking to these people. He said, man, see, this is what I'm talking about, bro. He said, well, every time we get on some apps, here they go with the censorship. That's how it happened. And I said, I will never get on Clubhouse. I know the people may want me to speak on there, but I'm not about to get on a platform like that. One that is being recorded just like Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, it's all right. You ain't missing it. I'm good, bro. You'll be on that shit for 19 hours. You'll be like, yo, man. I've literally left. Come on. I'll just peep in and then break out. And I'm like, y'all still talking about going to the movies? These motherfuckers are still on there like this.
They're like this, yo, man, y'all falling asleep, yo, come on now. Like,
Oh
what?
man, it's nothing but the party line. It's the '90s party line.
It's a party line. That's all it is.
Yes.
I barely go on that shit. I barely. And I don't like when if you go in there, they be like, yo, Godfrey's in the building. I don't want to talk.
Bring them up. Bring them up.
And you just in the middle. You're like, what's the subject, man? The fuck?
Come on. Come on, man.
Bragging, yo, I'm a producer. I'm a photographer. I'm a karate expert. But I'm dabbling. I'm part Muslim every once in a while. But right now, I have my own clothing line. I got my own clothing line. But what I'm really here for, then there'll be an African dude. Thank you for having me. Thank you. My name is Tabute, and I want to say, we have to come together as Africans and African Americans. See,
that's funny as heck.
I'm a photographer. I'm also, oh man, shut the fuck up.
That's funny.
Shut up. And then
that's funny.
Yo, just DM me, yo. We need to come together. DM me, you lying. Shut the fuck up. You're lying. Hollywood ass nigga.